my goodness. It's been a second, it's been a minute, but I'm back. Hi, I'm Shy. Welcome back to my channel. I realized that I've not done a little chitty chatty with y'all, so I was just gonna do like a general update because I didn't really have a theme. I'll be honest, I haven't been recording because I've been really annoyed with work. Like, it like paralyzed me. Like, I've been just very annoyed at work. Really, really, really annoyed. I can't say too much about my job, but it's just not been a good month, really. On the other side, I've been like powering through. I don't know what it is. Like, when work annoys me, I like work harder. I don't want to say I work harder, but I'm like, I have like a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anyone wants to doubt me or treat me or talk to me crazy, I'm like, okay, all right, I got you. Like, I'm gonna figure this out. So I've been just trying to tap into that, like the more positive side of work, and like, okay, being like, okay, I try to think about it as like, it's not about this job, but I'm gonna make this about my career, if that makes sense. So I'm less concerned about the institution that I work for, rather than what can I look back on in a few months and say I'm proud that I accomplished. That's kind of how I help myself like get out of the negativity around work. But I'm grateful to be employed. I mean, in this economy, okay, I'm grateful to have a job, a place to stay. Speaking of a place to stay, so I'm dealing with my job, whatever. Speaking of a place to stay, I'm about to renew my lease. When I tell y'all the Lord has been looking out, okay? They sent me the lease. So I thought I signed a 2-year lease, but I guess I signed a 1-year lease. And I was like, oh my God. When he sent me the, hey, your lease is about to be, you know, do you want to be renewed by the end of the month? And I was like, of course, like, where the hell am I going to go in a month? So I was like, please don't raise the thing. But thankfully, it's only been raised by $30. Listen to me, in New York, in the area that I live in Brooklyn, a $30 increase in my rent, say less. I was like, don't you worry, I will have that lease to you by Monday morning, okay? So I was like, listen, God knows that I could not have handled even a $200 increase. Would have been annoying. Like, I could manage it, but like anything over $300-400, I probably would have been bouncing. I can afford it, but like, you know, I still want a savings, you know, a girl want to do a little trip every now and then. Like, we don't have all these amenities. So I was very, very grateful that my lease was not crazily increased. So I'm definitely gonna be signing the 2-year lease. I think it only goes up by another like $20. And hopefully by 2 years, things will just be like leveled out in New York City. I feel horrible for people whose rent is just getting ridiculous. I mean, my rent is ridiculous, but I do live alone. I do have a 2-bedroom in Brooklyn, so I'm lucky. But I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. So that has me in a much better mood. And then I think next I'm gonna try to go home this weekend. I miss home. I texted my mom, I was like, oh, I'm kind of homesick. She's like, what's going on? My mother has extreme anxiety, and I think I'm gonna have to confront her about it on this trip. Because every time I'm like expressing myself, like, oh, I miss home, it's always like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I don't know, that annoys the living crap out of me. I don't like when people keep asking me what's wrong. It's not like anyone's gonna do anything to fix it. I hate when people ask me what's wrong. And my mother does it all the time. Like, she will find a positive and make it negative with her own anxiety. I know she doesn't mean to, but it's very annoying. So I'm gonna talk to her about it because she has like severe anxiety. Like, you know, I try to chalk it up to like, oh, she's just a protective mom. Like, you know, all moms have anxiety, but like, I'm like, you need to see a therapist. So that's gonna be a fun trip. She's probably gonna fight me about it, but I'm like, girl, you're getting on my nerves with all of this. Like, you need to get it together. You can't be going into your 50s with anxiety like this. Like, you're gonna freaking die sooner than you need to. And I don't really have time for any family members to die, so everyone needs to stay alive. I'm gonna go home. Probably just gonna do like a quick little weekend. I want to see my grandma. She's like semi-retired, running the streets of St. Louis, stressing everybody else out. And then I need to see my dad and my mom. Maybe I don't think my brother will be there, but I'll see my sister. I just want to hang out with people. Like, I just hate having to wait all the way into the holidays. Like, I have enough money to fly to St. Louis, but these flights out of New York is just like ridiculous. So that's an update I have. What else is going on in my life? Okay, so the weight loss thing, still losing weight. I'm going down like ½ pound to a pound a week, which I think is really good for me. I don't know if I ever told you guys how many calories I eat a day. I try to eat around 2,000, a little less than 2,000 calories a day. And I feel like I'm getting better. Like, this sounds silly, but like, okay, I'm eating potatoes now and like just introducing other food groups, because I get in a habit where I'm eating the same thing every day, which I don't mind. I do enjoy that. I don't know what that means, but I do eat the same thing every day, and then I have to like introduce different food groups. A few things that I just bought is this peanut butter protein powder. I think it's like $30-40 from GNC. This is really good. And then this is like one of my favorites. This is a chocolate caramel candy bar. All of these are both plant-based proteins. I think this is really tasty. They gave me a sample of the cookies and cream protein. That tastes like crap. I was like, this ain't it. I don't know if I expected it to taste like Oreos, but someone said it's more like a little hint of chocolate with coconut. And I was like, that's probably why I'm not messing with it. So I'm doing well with my food. I'm not overeating. Trying not to have anxiety about that. And then the drinking thing, I told you guys, like, I don't know, it was a month ago that I stopped drinking. I'm still not drinking. I feel really good about that decision. Like, some days I'm like, man, I went and found it's called a de-alcoholized wine. Basically, it was a regular wine and then they extracted the alcohol from it. If you find an alcohol-free wine, it means it's most likely just grape juice. So the de-alcoholized wine tastes more like a wine. It was good. It was cool. Like, I was able to drink the whole freaking bottle for like 150 calories. And then I was like, there you are, drinking a whole bottle of, it's like, that's why you're not drinking. So I feel good about my decision not to drink, but because I've been so annoyed with work, it has been stressful having to like regulate my emotions because I can't turn to food and I can't turn to wine. And then I've been trying not to curse as much, but the cursing has just been slipping out. Like, Lord, forgive me. Like, I've been snappy, okay? Like, I still treat people with respect when I'm angry, but it's just like the way I express myself is very like, I hate it. Like, so I'm trying to get up here. So summer's coming. Well, summer's here. And I don't know, I feel like I want to be more presentable. Like, I try to, do my hair a little bit. I didn't put on any makeup for you guys, but sometimes I don't know, something about the summer that just brings out the girly girl in me. Like, even when I'm not wearing makeup, my frilly little dresses and, my toes out, which I need to go get my toes done tonight because it's looking a struggle. But I just kind of want to play with my wardrobe. Like, I feel like I don't know if I missed this stage in my life where when you're like young in your 20s, you get to show your body off and whatever. Well, I was really overweight, and to be honest, like, even 5 years ago, all these like plus size positive models and influencers, like, that wasn't a thing. Like, big girls, we just covered up when we were black, and I feel like I kind of lost that in my 20s. I'm about to be 30 this year, so shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I just I'm like, why not? Like, I gotta show my grandkids I was kind of cool at some point in my life, right? So if y'all see me with my titties out in New York, just mind your business. So I might do a little shopping vlog. I've been like buying some things that I'm like interested in. I've been like investing in some cute little pieces, and I'm not much of I do like to shop, but I don't shop. I shop at like Rainbow and Shein. I don't really invest in clothes. And I was like, okay, you're about to be 30. You need to have like some staples. So I'm still figuring out my style. Like, one day I'm very like floral spring, like sexy spring floral kind of, cottage core. Some days I want to give like latex sexy, and then other days I look homeless. I need to get it all the way together. So that's why I feel like if I buy a few basics, I can just always look presentable and put together. What else we have going on? So my business, I need to show you guys a tour because I want to change my studio up. I haven't been to the studio because it hasn't been booked, and it's been kind of embarrassing because I was like, oh, it was going so well, but it just hasn't been booked. So it's been open for 6 months. It's not been booked that much. To be honest, I'm not promoting it as much as I need to, but I know that I just need to change the aesthetic of it. So I think it's gonna need a new fresh coat of paint. I'm not gonna tell you what color, but I'm gonna make it one color. If you see the studio now, it's like, I need to show y'all, but I haven't been because ain't nobody been booking it. It's a bunch of different backgrounds in a tiny little space. And I can understand why a photographer or videographer would have a hard time filming there because you couldn't get a wide shot. So I think I'm gonna just make it one color, make it cohesive, and I think that'll bring it in. The studio hasn't put me in a hole financially, but I feel like it could be making more of a profit. So you know what? We pivot, and I'm excited about it. At first I was embarrassed, but you know what? Like, if things don't work, I'm just gonna fix it and do what works until, I finish it up. But I have 6 months left on my lease, and I want to end it on a bang. I want to end it on a good note, and give it a fair shot, and then, move on to the next fun venture. What else do I have coming up? I don't think I have anything else. Like, I'm getting my finances together. I'm always good with money, so it's never a problem. I told you guys about my apartment, told you about my style, told you about the weight, told you about the alcohol. It's good. It's all good. Planning a few little mini like local trips for the summertime. I would love to be like a girl who just jumps on a plane, but girl, I got to get a passport on the 1st. I have to go and do this thing. It took a month to get this appointment, so it's a mess. And they were like, oh, well, you can, I didn't want to book a flight and then like do the expedited process to get a passport. I'm like, okay, it ain't that serious now. Okay, I'll just wait the extra 3 weeks. So I'm getting my passport. I don't know where I'm going. I would love to go to Europe, and I would love to go to like Mexico sometime this year, maybe in the winter, because those places are really hot in the summer. Like, it's already hot. I'm hot now. If you can't, I'm like sweating. But overall, I'm doing great. I guess if you guys want to know about my dating life, it's not happening. I'm going back and forth if I'm open to dating this summer. I don't know. Are y'all dating? How are we feeling about it? I'm really happy like not dating. So I don't really feel the need to pressure myself into dating, but I always like allow myself to go on a few dates in the summertime, just because like I feel like I'm in a better mood. You know, I told you like the sun makes me happy. Like I'm like, the winter I'm like, you know, my arms like farting, and like there's like no fat in my underarm. It's like weird weight loss stuff. It's strange. Other than that, I'm doing really great. I've been horrible on social media, but to be honest, I don't care. Because my life was a mess and I didn't want to come on here faking it for you all. But I was like, you know what, let me jump on and give the girls an update. I hope you guys are having a good day today. I'm doing great. I've already had my coffee and my breakfast, and I'm about to go back into the work dungeon. Keep me lifted up in prayers. And yeah, that's all I have going on. I don't even have words for all these mass shootings that have been going on, and just, it's just horrible, just really horrible. Like I just pray every day for those people, and just people who are suffering in Buffalo and in Texas, and just, I mean, even just hearing about just random domestic violence things that have been going on in the news lately. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what kind of world we're in. So I try to wake up and be grateful that I'm alive. And I thank God every day for that, because that's all you can ask for. I'm alive, I'm safe. I have some of my sanity, and that's all you can ask for these days. I have shelter and I have food. You know, we're in some tough times, so I'm doing all these fun things and planning for the summer, but you know, other people's issues and just the state of this country has been really ghetto and just a downer. So I try not to take that for granted. So I'm sorry if any of you all are dealing with that, because I really have no words. I don't even know what kind of world we're living in right now. So sorry to end it on a sad note, but I'm just trying to, you know, that's everything that's going on in my little brain. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, or you have some fun Memorial Day planning things planned. I'm just gonna go to like Korean barbecue, because all my friends are out of town and I've been wanting Korean barbecue. So I was like, I'm just gonna take myself, why not? But I don't really have anything planned. I might just barbecue some wings or something in the oven. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. It was so good catching up with y'all. Let me know how y'all are doing. Like, I feel like I'm always talking, but like, let me know in the comments, like just random things like that you want to update someone that you need to talk to about. Because sometimes people don't be listening to us when it comes to just like rambling. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.